I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the...
Looks like it's going to be a pretty soggy night here at TIAA Bank Field. Rain showers, maybe an occasional clap of thunder supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They begin the drive with Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Echols. And the Jags are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
10 cycles.
Etienne once more. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. Then everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right, 60. 62 blasted.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And out of bounds right around the 20. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Trouble, 38.
They'll run with Etienne. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the back. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Wilson. They'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They try the left side here with Williams. Andre Cisco there on the stop.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They go play action with Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 32 yards. And the Broncos have moved out in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. He's got a man, complete, 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, show that he's right.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 57 yards. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Now for the point after. And he's He's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Dancing to his left. He completes this to Sutton. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you've got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got it. Touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McManus's point after is good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Lance's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Red, cycle. Green jacket.
The Lance going to throw. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Strike 2. Striker, 3-3.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, If you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Play action. It's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Denver. And even 50 yards.
You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Williams is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Broncos 28, Jaguars 10.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
50 series.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Go now. Nice. 97. Ready?
Davis Price on 1st and 10. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lance. Looking here for Smith downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's got room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. McManus now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready.
Second down and 3.
And cycle. Ready.
ETN up the middle. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ready. Go.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And Ingram holds it in. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne from 19 yards away.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. They've got his man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
Williams. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
McManus's point after is good, and they open the lead up now to 25.
42, Jaguars 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
To throw, it's Lance. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. Finding room at midfield.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Lance looking to throw it. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now a pitch out to Williams. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Again, it's Williams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Now Williams running left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week one is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right?